I've been wasting no time on the dating apps with these LA player loose. I've been hitting them with this as my...
Annie is so beautiful, so smart. How come she can't find a man just like the rest of us? She makes very good points in like all of her videos. And for all the haters in my comments saying that I don't look good enough and I don't fit the European beauty standards or whatever, Annie sure does. She's a beautiful, skinny, thin white woman, blonde hair, blue eyes. I hope you don't mind that I'm describing Annie.
Pause it.
But she's...
Oh, actually, let it go for a little bit. Let me just hear the rest.
Like gorgeous inside and out.
Pause it.
She has very...
Annie's pretty average looking.
You think she's average?
You have
I think she's pretty.
I think she's not ugly, but she's pretty average looking. I think she's an average looking girl.
I love that.
Well, you haven't shown me a 10, what a 10 looks like.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what
average.
I don't think he cares about what they look like. He just wants to make sure they can pay for half.
Well, I don't know what a 10 looks like. I think she would be considered Eurocentric beauty standards.
Yeah. I'll give you what I think is a 9.
Okay.
Nick, if you can find young Kristen Kruick for
Was she in a show or something?
Smallville.
Never seen it.
Let me see. There might be a photo of her in the Dropbox folder.
You love her.
Why? You got to have it ready to go.
He's shooting his shot.
You got to have it ready to go.
Sorry, FDG, don't get jelly.
Right.
She is really pretty.
That's a 10 to you?
Hold
That's
up.
a 9,
I'm
he
trying to
said.
find. Scroll
really
down.
pretty.
There's like
I disagree.
young Kristen Kruick.
This is why types are so great.
That's
because I think
it's
she's
a type
pretty.
thing. It's definitely a type thing. She's pretty, but she's not a 10 in my head when I'm thinking about
she's
10.
Here,
gorgeous.
the one in the middle there. To the that one. Can you move us over? It's not.
She looks
be
like
bigger.
she's 16.
He might be into that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, bro, dude, she's okay. 18-year-old Kristen Kruick. How about that? 18 to 21-year-old Kristen Kruick.
She looks like a child to me. I mean, I'm not.
There's
I'm
more
not trying to diss. I'm not
photos.
trying to diss.
Scroll down.
Yeah, she's really pretty.
She
Here.
is pretty.
Oh, the one actually. No. Back. Go back to click. The
And
one
I
down.
assume she has like no makeup on.
Click.
Yeah.
Down a little bit. I give her a 9. I think she's a 9.
I think you're into that
What
type.
would make her a
So it
10?
makes sense that you would give her a 9.
There is no 10. There is no
So
10.
that is your
ideal 9.
Yeah.
If I asked the next guy, he probably wouldn't
If
say
there
that
is
she's
no
a 9.
10, then your 9 is your 10. That's how a curve works. So that's what your answer.
She's not a 10.
She is if that's all you got is a 9.
I
is
give
the
her a
highest.
solid 9. I give her a 9.
I think
But if there's
she's
no
your
10
type.
that exists, you can't. That's not logical. If
What do you
there's
mean?
if a 10 does not exist, then a 9's the highest. Then it's an out of 90. It's
Well,
not out
nobody's
of 100.
perfect, right? Nobody's perfect.
Do you think
But
she's like the
how?
closest woman to
But
perfect,
attractiveness is
though?
not about perfection.
I don't know if there's probably, I would say I could probably find other women who I think are probably more attractive than Kristen Kruick. However, like I think she's very attractive woman.
How about Megan Fox?
When she was younger, yes. I'd say she's very
She's a
attractive.
9?
You think she's less attractive because she's older?
Yeah, I mean that's just reality.
No, I think
Well,
she
that's
still does the same
correct.
Botox, facials, all the things
She
that you
does
do
look
when you have
different,
money.
though.
I think
she was
looks
more
the same.
attractive. I don't know how old she is.
Oh, I don't know.
So the older you get, the lower in scale. And
That's
in
how
the
men
rate.
think. That's why they.
No,
that's
it's
why
just- it's
we care about
reality.
our time and they don't.
It's reality. Look, I think you can make the case that perhaps some men can age gracefully and
I got
look
better
more
with time.
attractive. I would argue that for both men and women, that as you get older, you become less physically attractive. It's just, that's reality.
I
got
think you
better.
become more of a woman, and I feel like the girls that you've like presented here, they look like they're 16. So yeah, if men are attracted to more prepubescent women,
Yeah.
I would say then that's like
Yeah.
not a grown woman. I'm not saying that like she's not grown, but I'm just saying that looks very, very young. It looks like my high school brother's friends.
Yeah,
Like,
they look very
she
young.
looks
They're very
young.
they're undeveloped, which is fine. But that is something that you're showing that you are attracted to.
This is why it's important to know that beauty
it's
fades.
just,
You need to worry about
there's
other
a
stuff,
biological
too.
basis for this. Men are attracted to youth and fertility.
I got better with time. Men would even say that. Like guys from high school and stuff, they think I look better.
Let me
now
ask you
than
a
I
question.
did.
Do you think you're going to be more physically attractive in 10 years or now?
It depends on what I do day to day. If I go hard in the gym, I think I'll probably be more attractive.
No, in 10 years, you're not going to be more attractive in 10 years than you are now.
Okay, that's a bet. I'll see you in 10 years.
Okay, deal. I think I'm not going to be more attractive in 10 years
That's
than
because
I
you are
am now.
respectfully a white male. I'm gonna get better.
Okay, all right.
I mean,
Look, it's just the reality. We age. Our skin.
but people age differently. They do.
You're
If
telling
you-
me there's like no woman that's 40 years old right now that you would not like be attracted to.
That's different though. Okay, so I'm not saying that you can't be attractive in your 30s or even your 40s.
Yeah.
I've dated women. I dated a 45-year-old.
Okay.
Granted, she
Wow.
didn't have children.
And
She
she
was
paid half.
an Asian woman. So, but what I'm trying to say is, for example, I think like in the vast majority of cases, probably all cases, you take a woman at 21, compare her to herself at 31, she was more attractive at 21. I'm not saying she's
wasn't.
not attractive at 31. I'm just saying, like,
I
over
feel
the
like
course
part
of
of
10
the
years.
attraction
I
is that the
agree.
20
It is.
you're gonna get away with more bullshit with the 21-year-old than you are with like a
Yeah.
31-year-old.
Yes.
So I feel like part of the attraction is the control that you would have on her because
Yeah.
she's young and
Naive,
inexperienced.
yeah.
So it's like that is more attractive to a man that wants that kind of control because yeah, she's gonna like let me get away with things that maybe a 31-year-old wouldn't.
No, it's not even that because I could even make this assessment with women I have no chance of dating. You could just show me a photo of
It's
a
just
woman
physical.
I
that's
look
21
better.
versus a
Okay.
woman who's 31.
Well, I see
and
a
I have
lot
no
of-
there's no relationship dynamic. It's just purely looking at her physical attractiveness. I would almost always say that the 21-year-old is more attractive than the 31-year-old based purely on physical appearance.
Okay, but how much does that play into who you actually date and who you actually get? Because I see a lot of gorgeous 21-year-old women with not so gorgeous men. So, like, you know what I mean? Obviously, yeah, they may be gorgeous, but they're not exactly dating someone who's just as gorgeous as them all the time. Like, how much does that play into what you actually date?
So okay.
Very
you're
little.
saying-
To what
I-
your type is
yeah.
based on what you actually accept to date.
Because you just said you dated a 45-year-old. Well, if you are saying that like 21-year-olds are more attractive than that 45-year-old you dated, then why would you even give that 45-year-old a chance? Because she's not attractive to you. The younger they are, they're attractive. So like if she's 45 and she's older than you, why even date her? Like why even pursue that?
No, but I already said that you obviously if you're 30, 35, 40, 45, you can still be physically attractive, but just in terms of argumentation, since we're talking about it,
Yeah.
a woman like 10 years later, I think across the board, you're just going to be more attractive
I think
at
it's
21
perceptive.
versus 31.
I think that's
He's not
fine.
wrong. It's
I
his
agree.
I
perception.
think
Yeah,
that's
I
fine.
agree.
but
It's not
I feel like-
perception.
It
It's
is.
just
There's
biological
men who like
reality.
older women.
Let me ask you a question.
I agree.
How about 30 years?
Yeah.
In 30 years, are you more attractive now or in 30 years?
It depends what my idea of beauty is.
I hear what you're saying, but what I'm saying, it has very little impact to dating and relationships and marriage because you can see any random lady
Yes.
off the street who's 21 years old that's gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous and beautiful, but you end up marrying someone who's a complete opposite of that type that you deemed beautiful. So like just men thinking that women that are younger are beautiful does not lead to them in a marriage and a healthy relationship getting all the things that come with long term. You can admire eye candy for sure,
Right.
but that doesn't have any impact on your relationship, marriage, dating life.
Oh, I'm not saying
Yeah, yeah.
because I find women who are like 21 more attractive than 31-year-olds that necessarily means that I can get them or that they're going to be attracted to me. But just if we're purely having a conversation about it, then I would say yes. Like I do think women are more physically attractive at 21 versus 31,
Okay.
or at 25 versus 35.
Okay.
Yes, because it's just like
That's just
biology. The body
aging.
starts, the skin, everything.
Skin, you get wrinkles.
Yeah.
I think
That's
there's-
why I got
It's
my
a new
facial,
beauty.
so I wouldn't have